Hello, everyone. My name is Nitin Gupta. I'm the Senior Director of Training and Certification. In this video, I would be giving you a walkthrough of our certification program. We'll talk about what exams are currently available. We will also look at the exam preparation guides for the listed exams and talk about, how you can prepare for these exams, what are the minimum prerequisites that are needed, and how you can advance your career with Saviynt certification program. So let's dive in. I just want to spend maybe 30 seconds on just explaining, who we are, and what kind of content or learning assets are available. So there are three categories, broad categories. One is the foundation courses. I think by now you probably have seen our YouTube channel. So a lot of the introductory level courses, fundamental, quick start tutorials, getting started content, those kind of courses are available at no cost through our official Saviynt University YouTube channel. If you haven't seen that, I highly encourage that you make the best use of that. Then the middle pillar is the flagship courses. I've also recorded a walkthrough of our learning portal wherein I've spoken about the level 100, level 200. Those are the courses which are built for administrators, practitioners, the consultants, architects, for those kind of roles. Those courses also have hands-on labs, so you can not just learn about our product, you can actually implement it. You can do the practical labs in our lab environment, using our lab manual. So it's a great way to sort of experience the product and implement some of the common use cases yourself. Um, yeah, and then the third one, which I'm actually going to cover in detail in this video, is the certification exam. So one thing is to get trained, but it's a completely different thing to get certified. And we all know the advantages of getting certified. I think it can really propel your career. It can really increase the visibility that you have in your organization, and most importantly, I think it increases the confidence that your customers will have in your ability once they know you are certified on our platform. So let's go further into the certification exams. So as part of the certification program, we've got a series of exams that are currently available. Right now, we have two exams. Both the exams are associated with our IGA platform, which is the Identity Governance and Administration platform. And as mentioned on the slide, it is the mission of our certification program to provide a sort of a mechanism which is reliable, valid, fair, to assess the skills and knowledge of our practitioners, of our users, and then we also want to develop the worldwide community of practitioners who can sell, support, use our products, our solutions. So yeah, so that's at the heart of what we want to do with our certification program. So here is the first exam. Like I mentioned, there are two exams currently available for you to take. The first one is the Saviynt Certified IGA Professional Exam, the SCIP exam. This exam, basically every exam that we have right now and we will launch in future, there is always going to be a mandatory training associated with the exam. So you got to complete that training course to be able to schedule the exam. For this particular exam, the SCIP exam, the mandatory training is the level 100. So Saviynt IGA level 100 training must be completed before you can take the exam. This training is available in both on-demand and classroom format. So depending upon your convenience, your learning style, you choose the right option. This exam contains about 70 questions. It's a multiple choice question exam. It has 70 questions. It's a 2 hour long exam, and the passing percentage is 70%. So you must obtain a 70% score to be able to pass the exam. This exam checks the ability or validates the individual's knowledge and skills to implement and deploy our foundational use cases involving Saviynt IGA platform. And I think not just the training, we also recommend that you must have some sort of hands-on experience with the product. So practice the hands-on labs, which are part of the training, but also try and get involved in some projects, get some experience under your belt, which will put you in a very, very good position to successfully pass the exam. So again, I would repeat that training is step one, wherein you sort of, you know, complete the level 100 training. Step two is to gain some experience with our product, with our IGA platform, practice the L100 labs, and eventually, pass the SCIP exam, the Saviynt Certified IGA Professional exam. All right. So the next exam that we have available for our users is the Saviynt Certified Advanced IGA Professional. It's the SCAIP. This is the next level exam for the IGA platform. The one that we've discussed before is the SCIP, which is aligned with the level 100 training. This exam, being an advanced exam, is aligned with the level 200 training. So again, like I mentioned, every certification exam that we have does have a mandatory training prerequisite. So for this exam, you must complete Saviynt IGA level 200 training. This training is available in both classroom and self-paced format. The duration of the exam is 2 hours. It's again a multiple choice scenario based question exam. I think you most likely you will be able to answer those questions if you are hands on with the product and you've implemented it, or at least you've worked on a couple of projects, and you've successfully completed the training labs. So that should put you in a very good position. There are 60 questions in this exam, and the passing score is 65%. So as mentioned at the bottom under the minimally qualified candidates section, we do recommend that you have at least 3 to 6 months of experience under your belt. That will really, of course, that's not a mandatory prerequisite, but it's a recommendation from our end. In order to take a stab at the level 200 exam. Again, it's a three-step process similar to the L100 certification. Step one here is to complete the level 200 training. That's the mandatory training associated with this exam. Step two, we highly recommend that you get some experience under your belt, try and get involved in some projects if there is an opportunity. But as a bare minimum, go through the content, the training content, complete the labs at least a couple of times so you're very familiar with the scenarios that will be covered in the exam, because the exam has a lot of scenario based questions, uh, and hands-on experience will definitely help you to pass the exam. And step three, of course, you take the exam and hopefully you are able to pass the exam. So those are the two exams, the level 100 on IGA and the level 200 on IGA. Those are two exams available. Of course, on our roadmap, we have more exams that are lined up in the next quarters. So we will soon be launching exams on our PAM platform, the Privilege Access Management platform. Uh, and early next year, we should also have exams available on our AAG and TPAG solutions as well. So yeah, so here is one more slide that I wanted to cover as part of this session. Now, I think the general question that we get asked is, it's great that I get certified, but what does it enables me to do? What can I do with this certification? So I think this capability chart actually, highlights what capability does it provide you, when you are able to pass that exam. So the middle two rather, the blue one and the green one, I've already spoken about those two exams. They are available for our IGA platform, but we are also planning to create one more exam which will be like an entry level exam for beginners and leaders who are not very hands on the product, but they need to know enough, and the job role requires that they probably cover all the products, yeah, and understand what are the business use cases, what are the drivers to use those solutions. So the bottom one, which is the yellow color exam that is listed at the bottom, the Saviynt Identity Cloud Associate, it's actually not a certification, it's going to be a badge, and that's like an entry point for the masses. So this exam or this badge exam will allow you to describe the basic concepts, terms, and building blocks of our various products. So that is what it will provide you. However, if you are a practitioner, if you are somebody who's implementing our product, our solutions, if you are in architect level roles, then you must definitely go to the professional level exam, which will enable you to start shadowing some of the implementation projects and put you in a very good position to start implementing, basic use cases. Uh, However, if you are an advanced user, then you must complete the advanced professional certification exam, which will put you in a very good position to actively lead implementation projects and deploy medium to high complexity use cases on our solutions. And the top level one, which is currently not available but should be available, uh, in the near future. It's called the Saviynt Certified Expert. That will be the highest level of certification that we will offer, and it will be built for the top architects, very seasoned professionals, practitioners, uh, and that will enable you to guide other SMEs uh, on during implementations, and of course deploy high complexity use cases. So that's the capability matrix. I hope I've given you enough details. I hope I've made you curious about our certification program, and you'll read more and try and get started on the Saviynt certification journey. So thank you very much once again for your time.